Well, welcome to another episode of our progress videos. I hope you enjoyed the Russian symbols that Qbert decided to put up on the billboard. A lot of you are familiar with the lobby and all that. If you're not, go ahead and go back to our earlier videos where we go through each part of the building. Our goal is to go by each part and show progress videos. The goal here is to make a large retail store, which we have explained in numerous videos, so I won't go into too much detail. This is the jewelry department we were working on last night. It's finally finished. As you can see, we did some glass fixtures instead of all the black. It was really hard to balance. We wanted our base color to be black, and it was kind of hard to either have a flat black counter and look boring. It was a real big stretch, so we found that we kind of liked how we put cases here, and it added to the diversity. We added some chairs here. And also the lighting system, which everyone's familiar with. I won't spend too much time with it, but it's all dynamically lighted to where you can just do this and boom. Same thing in here. There's lights, a little security room, jewel crafter's room, and emergency exit. This was shown in our last video. I just kind of want to show you that we did wrap it up and it is finally done. Now, what we've been working on today, this is the past. I'll show you the present, and I'll explain a little bit more about the future. The present that we're working on is the first two sections of our apparel department, which is the Mrs.'s department. It's going to be kind of like women's clothing. Qbert has done a pretty good job at making really cool racks and displays. It actually really has a nice store feel. A lot of these racks are actually inspired off of a real store, so the alignment is really, it's really fluent and it looks very realistic because truly the positioning is realistic. There's about probably, me and Qbert were talking before this, probably about 30 more minutes of working, which is on this side, a couple more minutes of racks, and this will fully be done and furnished. We also worked on the path, which is kind of the heart and body of this apparel department. If the path is off, then everything will be off due to it being a replica. Excuse me, this is the shoe department. It actually lined up perfectly with our quote-unquote schematics. I don't want to sound like a douchebag, but yeah, it matches very well with our schematics, meaning in the place we're trying to replicate, there's this many aisles and this much space, and it just worked out perfectly. Shoes will be added through the frames on the aisles, and some like signs and stuff will be added on the top for like sale signs and to add to that clutter feeling of the store. This is the stock room for the shoe department, which is not yet done. Nothing really exciting, just a room. It's going to be full of stored chests and stuff like that. And those are the two departments that we've been working on today, and then kind of the future of what we're working on is obviously completing the Mrs.'s department, obviously completing the shoe department, and then the fitting room, which is already completed. It's kind of backwards how I stated that, but 3 fitting rooms, 2 smalls and 1 handicapped stall. That is what we have here, and then as I said, in the future, finish Mrs.'s, finish shoes, and then tomorrow, along with those two things on our to-do list, will be the intimates department, and then activewear and men's department, as well as men's basics and young men's, and yeah. Hopefully tomorrow we get the whole apparel department done. We put in, what, Qbert, 3 or 4 hours, and we got 2 full departments done. Yeah, so I'm hoping a good 9 hours will, yeah, it's been about 3 or 4 hours. So I'm hoping a good 9 to 10, maybe 12 hours will get us all of the departments done. Me and Qbert are really looking to shoot for all the departments being done in the apparel section. Some of the things we're running into, which is kind of disappointing, is since this is such a big store, it's starting to lag, so we kind of had to optimize some mods and find out some ways to make the lag not lag anymore, if that makes sense. But it is concerning because... Go ahead.
There's a lot of render distance issues with the sign frames or whatever, so they're lagging. Hopefully it'll be patched out in another update. But yeah, for now, I've got a mod going. I don't think Sebex does yet, so he's probably at like 12 frames still.
You know, it's fine when you're walking around. Like I have about probably 40 or 50. It's fine right now, but when you're in the sky and you're exposed to everything, you do start to lag. But what me and Qbert were talking about earlier is this is freaking concerning because this is one department and it's not even done. So once this is fully done, you would have to times this department by 9. You'd have to times this department by 9, and that would be just the apparel section. And with all those sections put together, times that by 3, and that would be the store.
Panning
So
it out
you're
right
talking, I
down
mean,
is just, oh my gosh, we only have a tiny chunk compared to the slab we've put out here.
yeah, the slab, I don't know if Cubert is able to show you on camera because it's so big, but the slab isn't even the space we need. It's still going to be expanded each way like 70 blocks. I mean, it's huge. It's to the point where we'd like to do the parking lots and everything, and all that stuff. I mean, we've made some really good progress over 3 days, and I'm very proud with how it's turned out. I mean, it's turned out so, like, exactly like the store. It's almost weird because it looks just like it, so it's really cool. But that's all we have for today. Tomorrow I hope to show you all the or at least 2 of the completed apartments, and maybe even 3 or 4. And I look forward to you guys watching as this progresses. I know I'm excited. I don't know about Cubert, but I personally like these videos just more or less for self-progress. I kind of like, you know, I wanted to
Yeah,
see
it's
it go
amazing to
from
go
a
back to
slab to a
video 1
lobby.
after this.
Yeah, we were struggling just getting the lobby up. Now we have a really flawless. I mean, if you look, the flow from the lobby to the jewelry department is just it's seamless. There's not a lot of struggle in it. There's not a lot of weird movement. It's very flawless, and the angle that it's designed at, like, you don't see a lot of cross angles like this, and the flow from the apparel department's pretty natural. I'm hoping when we get the roof built in, because there'll be 2 roof elements, one will be high, one will be lower with fixed lighting, and I'm hoping when that is built, it's going to add a bit more depth to the apparel department, because right now, if you stand where I am, it looks really just out of place. But once you see open lighting with rafters switch down to like a, you know, 3 to 4 foot drop down of fixed lighting, that's really going to bring some depth to the apparel department, really going to make it seem like an actual area of the store. And that goes for everything once the roof is put in. We're actually aiming not so much for the store, but for at least the apparel department. We're aiming to have lighting throughout the whole store, or through the whole apparel department. And that actually wires to an electrical room where you can turn it off and on, and that might seem easy, but we're talking, you know, Cubert, you want to do a flyover, we're talking that whole left chunk of the slab lighting. I mean, that's going to be a lot of lighting and a lot of fixtures. I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun, that's for sure. Any exiting comments, Cubert? I'm about done.
No, other than, like, I don't know, just compared to our first video, this is gonna be a big progress update, because I went back to the first video today and looked at it from, like, just in that one episode we went so far.
Yeah, I mean, this has been 3 days, so I mean, over the next 2 days, it's almost going to seem like we're cheating, because me and Cubert are going to have a lot of time over the next 2 days. So, I mean, if we spent 3 hours today and 3 hours yesterday and 4 hours the day before that, imagine taking that time and then putting it into 2 days. So basically 8 or 9 hours a day. I mean, that's going to double the progress we have here per day. So we're looking at like 4 times the amount built in 2 days than we have in the last 3. So it's gonna be insane. I'm hoping to get the apparel department pristine before 3 days is up. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching.